Questa è la maniera.
Yeah, it's for like over here. It's the seatbelt and stuff. You can turn it on.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I carry it because, you know, emergency, so,
Yeah.
and I forgot to do that.
Thank you.
That doesn't
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you. I'm heading to fifth, so yeah. And you're six, and you're gonna go with Jill. Or about us, be on six with Jill. And which one are you? All right, who's on the fifth? We're gonna start. We're gonna jump floor with. Who's the fourth again? Who's fourth floor? That's like the ones in the. We need to square you up for four. We need you on fourth floor. Yeah, because we're gonna be on.
Okay, so real quick,
Okay.
they're gonna go on these floors to go talk to the assembly members, but I'm giving you guys a warning now. My phone does buffer when I go up these floors because it's not grid service. It will buffer, so bear with me. It's obviously working right now, but once I go up these floors, it's going to start buffering. So I apologize for that, but I'm going to do my best to just continue live streaming because it will eventually stop buffering. But the higher I go up these floors, the more it starts to buffer. So again, I apologize for that, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up now so you know what's going on. So, you know, so they're going to be going up each floor to talk to the assembly members and then, you know, just to basically fight back against SB-866, but it will buffer, so I'm just giving you guys a warning now. So I apologize about that, but bear with me, stay with me, and we will get through this together. God bless you guys.
If four, we'll jump up and join you on 5 and 6. Okay, bye.
Are you and I on fifth? Yeah.
Have a list, so.
McCarty's in 4250.
Yeah, he's in that far.
They were in a staff meeting this morning when I came, so I didn't know.
So this is the lobby, so when we say meet on the floor lobby, that's this area. And they go like this, they're in like a loop there and a loop on that side. So we're just gonna start on one side. And Vilu, why don't we split, do we wanna take a few, why don't you take a couple people and head that way and we'll take a couple people. You know, you've done this before, but, okay.
Yeah, this morning, so technically
Okay.
twice. 2.5. Right now it's 2.5.
She's a professional. Going to we're done. So, Vilu, maybe you take 2 people with you and the rest will come with us on a loop and then we'll head that side, we'll head this side. Okay, do you want to go with Vilu? Like you 2 go with Vilu?
Okay, as long as we come back because I'm
Oh,
a
yeah.
constituent for, okay.
Oh no, well, you're going to hit all the key people and if you're a constituent of someone
Okay.
on both sides.
Okay.
We just want them to see there's different, because they're going to think we're all from, including our own selves. Like, you know, it's not one group, it's He's at the very, very end.
Here?
He's like straight, that's his office right at the end.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Do you want to hit a few of them on the way down with us?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's a no. He's actually, yeah, and he's a no, so that's good. We don't have to spend time.
Okay.
He's a good no. He's a Republican, he's a no. She's a Republican. Yeah. All the Republicans have that. I know. All the Republicans, most of the Republicans have that on their thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you can identify them.
Staff meeting.
Oh.
He's a Republican. So
Yeah, I
yes. Well,
The staff is expecting me.
well, I would, if you're if you're expected, then you should knock and go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we will head that way since you're already being
Okay.
in a meeting.
Yeah. All right. We'll see.
Okay.
So just.
There you go. There.
No, you're all good. You're all good. You made a cameo, so it's all good.
Hi, I'm Dana Gray. Graham Brownstein is my husband, and he called this morning and said I could speak with Ismail.
You're welcome,
We're
Deborah.
meeting right now.
Okay.
I can see if he maybe is available after.
Carol,
two,
thank
and
you
he
for the
has a
PayPal. I
meeting.
appreciate that.
All the way
Thank you.
to okay.
Yeah, we're like pretty slammed right now.
All right.
But I know Graham also spoke with Kevin
Uh-huh.
the other day, like walking out.
Yeah.
So
I just
yeah.
wanted an opportunity to speak on my own behalf.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can let him
Elaine,
know, but
I saw it. It was really good.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, we obviously ignore that extremist. Okay, so this one, sis, so Connie, before the amendments, we came in after the amendment, but she wasn't there, and so we don't have an update, we don't expect anything different, but it's green, so we're gonna walk right in, and we'll just like go and follow close, because we wanna be like whoosh, like water.
New face.
Thank you.
Okay, so real quick. So I can't go inside the doors and film, but I can be outside the doors. So in case you guys are wondering, I'm not going in because they freak out when you record inside. So I kind of stay out here. So
So we got Connie Petronakis has confirmed she's still in. Yes, oh yeah.
Sorry, guys.
The 15-year-old amendment, like we said,
Sorry.
didn't change anything. These are under 18, no. So good, Connie Petronakis, holding strong.
In the Costa Mesa, Huntington Beach, Irvine, Laguna Beach, Wheeler Woods, and Newport Beach area.
Yes, good job, Connie Petronakis.
Confirmed no.
Okay, Christopher Ward of San Diego, he is a yes. Hi.
hello.
Is the assembly member still a yes on 866, or would he be willing to consider being abstaining on it?
I don't think he's made any public comments on that bill right now.
He told me personally
Mhm.
that he's totally okay with his 12-year-old daughter making her own
Right.
medical decisions.
Well, I haven't heard anything new regarding his stance on that. Granted, I haven't asked, but
Okay.
I don't think he's made any new public comments on it.
Okay.
He's currently out of office. So,
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, we asked him for an abstain or no.
Okay.
15 didn't change anything.
Mhm.
This is about lowering the minor consent, and we
Great.
don't agree.
Yeah, I can mark that down. Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
In certain places that like key rooms, I'm gonna let you know
Sharon
when to
question?
shift. Okay, like the camera, like I guess we have some.
oh yeah,
I'll give you
that's
the heads up.
that's why I always stay outdoors. Cause they told I came here last time. They said I can be outdoors. I just can't go inside.
Yeah,
So-
just we'll just like give you the heads.
She's a no.
Yeah.
And she voted no on
Not be
the
so close to the door.
amendment on the floor,
Thank
so
you.
she's good.
She's the no.
Okay. Important to go into Tasha Borner Horvath out of Carlsbad area. So we can knock on the door because she hasn't made a position on this at all. She did abstain on the amendment, so come closer because when they come to the door, we're.
I know. I know. I love that basket. I know it's so cute.
So when they have a red light on their door, it means that you have to knock to get this. Hello. Hi there. Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
You know my face, but you don't know all of them.
Long time no see. Hi.
We're here on SB-866, and
Yes,
you know we have
yeah.
some parents that want to say some things. We want to know
Yeah,
if we have an
happy-
updated position from her.
We don't have an updated position right now. Also, again, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I am the scheduler.
I
don't work
know.
on Ledge, so I
Is
can't really
anyone
provide a
here?
lot of input. Right now, they're prepping for Natural Resources Committee and floor session. I'm sorry. I know that we're just Mondays are always really chaotic for our staff.
Will you let her know that there's more Democratic colleagues saying no? So
Yeah,
Timothy
absolutely.
Grayson is a no.
Okay.
Adam Gray is still a no.
Okay.
Cotty Petrie Norris confirmed she's still a no.
Okay.
So we're actually adding to our no and abstain list from after. So we're even more no's after that amendment.
Okay. Okay.
So, do you want
And
to?
Democratic voters also.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else you guys want to relay? I'd be happy to take messages.
Some feedback from the office of how her feelings and thoughts on it, and
Okay.
where she's, you know, what she would like to hear, what big questions she might have, or
Okay.
voices she might want to hear.
Okay, yeah, I can see if one of our ledge staffers is available.
Yeah,
right
really
now.
quick would be great because
yeah.
we really had no contact with her. And
Yeah. I'll double check right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know you're great, y'all.
Were you there?
Continue to call your assembly members after
sorry,
you
guys.
vote no or abstain from SB 866, and don't let them give you the excuse that they haven't read the bill yet. I hate that. I haven't read the bill yet. They're telling me it's going
Church in Alabama today.
No, like,
It's this building.
yeah.
All right.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, we're on 866, and we wanted to find out if you had any, if she had any, if these, we had cameras, we're moving them out of your way.
Thank you.
If the Assemblywoman had any questions or opinions that you could share with us, or, you know, we could discuss that. For us, the 15-year-old amendment didn't change anything.
She didn't go up on the amendment.
Yeah, we saw that.
Okay. Then I'll tell you all you need to know.
Appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, great day.
Oh, our dances.
I fall. Here, this is, he's new this last year and a half. We don't, he's like an other. He's extremist. We gotta let him know. You should be on our side.
This guy?
Yeah. So let's go.
Crap, they're outside.
And I live in Ojai.
Hi.
We wouldn't have gotten that. So that's why it's like.
No, I know. But it's like,
I know. I hate playing that game, but we're just like right next to this.
Director is here to chat with everyone for a minute. Hi. Perfect. Listen. So, Cotty Petrie Norris is still a no.
My name is Dana.
Timothy Grayson's a
And
no. Adam Gray.
right before I got to the mother, I lived in Ojai for 2 years. I am a public school teacher and a mom of a 7-year-old, and most of my teaching experience is in high school, and I can tell you that 12 or 15, young people are not equipped to give full informed consent without the help of a parent or a guardian. So I strongly oppose SB 866. And also prior to all of this nonsense, my daughter does have a vaccine injury. I'm in an apartheid state because we're unable to access the services that we're literally paying for with tax dollars. Public school. She's ineligible to go to public school. And if she took these shots, according to the California schedule, she would die or be physically impaired for the rest of her life, a burden, right? Like, I would have to to take care of her beyond 18. Okay, so I strongly urge you to look into this and vote no.
Is there a reason why that doesn't fall under the medical exemption? Or why you
Well,
can't get one for that
there's
purpose?
other legislation that is making doctors and other care providers afraid to issue
Well, and we can,
exemptions. Our pediatrician right now has somebody following him around in his office.
They're what, allowed to have 5
Well-
exemptions per year,
well,
is that right?
so the standard of care on medical exemptions is so narrow. For example, if your child, like if your daughter had a reaction to the decaf and anaphylaxis, you can only get a medical exemption if you have anaphylaxis, coma, or, oh my gosh, help me. Anaphylaxis, coma, and
Seizures.
Thank you, seizures. And she would not qualify for a medical exemption for all vaccines. It would only be for that one vaccine. So right now, there's 10 on the schedule, and then this applies to every vaccine, whether it's mandated or not. So what it means is you would have to go to your doctor and you would actually have to take the first round of every vaccine. Hope you have one of those 3 life-threatening situations that you survive, and then you would qualify for a medical exemption for that one vaccine.
Do you have
each
children?
one to add on.
I have a nephew.
Okay, so, well, the way the shots work
there's no
is that
medical
they're
exemptions.
grouped. So if you take one shot, you're actually taking a shot for 3 different diseases. So how do you know which portion of the shot you're having an adverse response to?
I think the summary
That's
to
number
say is
one.
that it makes it really difficult for families to obtain medical exemptions. There are a lot of different hurdles that families can't get through. I have a daughter, she came to me when she was 4 1/2. She came with all the vaccines that her previous parent had given her. And I don't know what those medical history was because it's sealed. So when I went to go establish her at the doctor, they said, do you want to catch her up to all vaccines? I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm going to double her up,
Double
not
dose
knowing
her.
what the backstory is. So the thing is it's just too difficult to get through to the medical exemptions. It's a nice idea, but the way that the legislator has made it is that it's almost impossible to get medical exemptions.
And doctors will suffer repercussions from the insurance industry, especially doctors who, take care of Medicaid patients. There would be no way that my doctor would approve of this because the medical board and the insurance companies come after them. So it's very
They're scared to do
difficult.
it.
It's a novel idea. It's not a very
Well, and
possible one.
276 set the standard of care on it. 277, there was the broad medical exemption that allowed them to look at genetics, family history, have a real relationship, a doctor-patient relationship. That ended in 2019. So besides all the criminalization, the coercion, all those pieces, you can't even do it and defend it based on that. So that's it. I appreciate that you know about, that they even exist, but they are like a unicorn. We'd say they're functionally non-existent. So what we're concerned here is that this is dropping the age of the minor consent
Having a
around.
child to make that decision without a guardian or
And
anyone
you
else
don't have
looking over.
kids, but you've been 15. We can tell you that you protect around certain things at 12. You protect around, good morning. You protect it around different things at 15.
Ms. Horvath, could I just walk and talk with you for a quick second?
And peer pressure, it's a whole different thing. They're spinning out in different ways at 15
And
where
they're
you're trying to
marketing
stabilize
to our
the kids.
right?
Yeah.
If you create a situation where people are underserved or on a lockdown situation, not extracurricular activities, field trips, interact with people your own age. So this kind of direct marketing, which alienates parents from their children, so that their kids can sort of jump the fence and join the party without any real understanding of some of the long-term repercussions, right? So it's dangerous, and I think legislation that alienates kids from their parents really deserves not just a second look, but a third, fourth, fifth, sixth look.
Yeah, we really need to start focusing together and stop legislation that wants to separate families from, mothers and children. This bill that was president across the nation, and we really want a no. We'll take an abstain, but we really would like to know, and for legislators to come together. This isn't a partisan issue, or this isn't a Democrat, Republican. Nobody should be voting party lines. This is about protecting the family unit, protecting parental rights, And there's so many Democrats that are voting no on this bill. This isn't like a pioneering idea for anybody.
Given the restrictions this gives to doctors, is there a reason why sort of the organizations, sort of the larger organizations representing doctors aren't taking an opposed position on this?
We'll tell you.
That's a really good question.
One thing is, if you go out into the world, people don't know this is happening, including most doctors. Do you think that they come and they say, "Hi, I'm the AMA and I have 50,000 doctors." Do you think those 50,000 doctors know what the AMA is supporting? They don't. And when we go and do like community canvassing, I can tell you that 100% of the people out up and down the state don't know about this legislation. And
is there any polling on doctors outside of the AMA just to get a general sense of
would
the
that
numbers?
help your office?
Polling on doctors if they think 12-year-olds or 15-year-olds
just whether or not there's any polling on doctors, one on vaccines generally, and two on this issue.
Well, that's a really good question. It's really broad.
Well, I say that in part because, you know, it can be a little confusing for us, right? Because we'll often hear from folks like you coming in saying, doctors are scared, doctors want to do this but are scared.
Some doctors are scared, some doctors really like the money that they're getting from pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
They get kickbacks if a certain percentage of their office is vaccinated. So they're not necessarily the most unbiased source of information, right? If you want that extra Hawaii vacation or that second vacation home in Tahoe, you're going to vaccinate your office.
And that's their leadership of their member organizations. They don't all know. They didn't all go do a poll for your 50,000 members, and they're all like, "Oh, I see this bill. I get it. Here's my position."
Yeah. It can be different in the medical field. For example, I know there's sort of a lot of reporting about sort of the vaccination rate among doctors being pretty high, but the vaccination rate among nurses being relatively much lower. Questions and sort of helps sort of give context as to which medical professionals are making which choices.
And think about who's executing most of the care there also. Is it nurses or doctors? We know it's nurses. So the proof is sometimes in the pudding.
That is so true. So we get it because, you know, Assemblywoman Reyes, look at this huge list of doctor organizations that are supporting it. And all of us go, we know what that means. Like she said, incentives from high ups running an organization, that doesn't trickle down. This isn't the 50,000 and the 30,000 and just like out in the population, you could walk out to your hometown and ask everyone if they knew about 866, including the doctors, and they'll tell you they don't know about it. And most of them will be like, yeah, that's not a good idea.
I mean, that's one thing that I would suggest, and I'm from San Diego. I run an organization that's got like 15,000 members in San Diego County. Our 7 assembly members, none of them really are doing a good job at educating the public on what they're voting on. So I would say for the assembly member to hold a town hall, let people know, hey, these are the things. And I mean, I know it's a ton of work. I know that they've got bills upon bills upon bills. But once the public finds out about it, it wouldn't just be 7 people in an office. You would have hundreds and thousands of people calling because parents understand their kid is their responsibility. Like I had mentioned, my daughter came to me when she was 4.5. I had to sign an oath to protect her emotionally, physically, mentally until she's 18. So if my obligation is to my daughter until she's 18, I have to protect her until she's 18. That means that she is unable to make decisions by herself until she's 18. So this Senate bill contradicts state law. I mean, if she can't make decisions to vote, to smoke cigarettes, to buy lottery tickets, to drink until she's 21, how can we expect her to be able to make that decision?
I think the author will point to, specifically with young women, the ability to make abortion decisions without their parents and make other similar decisions.
It's
the context
narrow,
is different.
sensitive,
Context
private,
is different.
narrow.
The
And
context is
birth
different.
control is not a prerequisite for attending school. And nobody is checking a student's
Not making that argument on their behalf.
We're just
letting
giving
you know
you
what the other
that.
side is saying.
You know, we want to hear your concerns though, because we know what the author is going to say. That's why we have those answers, you know, on it. But we hear you, what you're saying about how come all these doctors organizations are coming out saying yes, and we don't have doctors organizations saying no. That was your one.
Right.
Anything else you want to
And
add?
I think what's helpful for us is knowing sort of what's the general sort of broad consensus, what's the research on it, right? Outside of sort of the institutional sort of understanding that there will be doubts based on who's funding what research, sort of what is the general sort of research on this? What do we know about what percentage of our population has been harmed by vaccines that we are aware of? Sort of those numbers can be sort of helpful in also letting us know.
Your child was harmed by vaccines. My child was harmed by vaccines.
Yeah, my child.
And there's 3 of us.
And I was
here.
harmed.
What,
I was
7?
harmed by a vaccine. I was talked into taking one when I was pregnant, right? And it took a long time to connect all the dots and figure out what was going on. But I did find a doctor who helped me and my daughter. But at this point, like making a VAERS claim is sort of impossible because, you know, nobody believes us.
But beyond that, you know, this really isn't a pro or anti-vaccine bill. This is about, do we allow minors to make decisions like this on their own? Do we separate families? Do we really target? Okay, because last time
direct market to children?
there was a conversation
Marketing's
earlier about a parent saying, I know my child's not going to be affected because some have stay-at-home moms, some homeschool. Beyond that, it's all children are marketed to, targeted, and especially in, I don't sound like I'm going to stop me, especially to my community. There's no translation in Spanish, there's no translation on how this affects a child. So it's not about, yeah, I've been hurt by vaccines. It's about, do we support minors making these types of decisions? And if so, what other types of medical decisions will they be able to make, or decisions at all? Will they be able to go buy a gun then at 12 because we've deemed them able and capable to do this? So I get what you're saying, you want the information.
And I've also heard of the concern on the way the bill's written being on sort of emergency authorization vaccines
It's all of it.
versus
It's all of it.
approved vaccines.
We don't want children
But that
to be separated from their families, and we don't want to be separated from that private medical discussion that happens between families. It shouldn't.
And there are billboards with children. As soon as they know how to read, they can see, oh, if I get boosted, I can go on this field trip.
And when these kids go to school, the teachers are pointing out the unvaccinated from the vaccinated.
Disparaging.
If adults feel the pressure, the social pressure to vaccinate, can you imagine what our children feel like without having their parents with them 8 hours a day out of school?
It's sitting there
This is about our children not.
Yeah.
And if they decide to when they're 18, then by all means. But so it's not about the science. It's not about really anything else other than children need their parents.
It's our responsibility
100%.
to deliver them to their 18th birthday intact. And then they can make all of their own choices.
Did you know that there's currently legislation that's trying to increase the age of not being able to be interrogated if you are charged with a crime until you're 25?
The type of interrogation that can be done.
Right.
Yes.
Why is that? Why is that? Is because until you're 25, your frontal cortex isn't fully developed, even until you're 25.
And because it's under, there's marketing, peer pressure, all types of forms of coercion with this young brain that puts us like it literally. I mean, if this were an okay thing,
And that's the same legislation with firearms.
firearms, yeah, right now, don't market
Don't market. Now there's a bill that was
like
introduced.
Rebecca Bayer Cowan
about
and
marketing firearms being marketed to children because children are susceptible
just
to
like
marketing.
vaping, all of this,
Yet
same
Joe
story.
Camel.
yet
So,
we're entertaining this.
Yeah, and so we're supposed to literally be like, okay, my 15-year-old, here's your medical records, good luck. I'm gonna make sure that you're picking up your socks and taking a shower and getting fed, and I'm trying to keep you stabilized while you're feeling all the pressures of being a teen. But here's your medical records, and wish you luck. That's not how any responsible adult would do things.
I've also heard several assembly members reiterate that they are concerned about children who are medically neglected. And so this would potentially protect those who are medically neglected. I'll say that the daughter that I became guardian of when she was 4.5 was absolutely medically neglected, which is one of the reasons why I came to be guardian over her. I'm gonna tell you what, if she was medically neglected from vaccines, which I don't know about because I wasn't privy to that information, the detriment that she had, psychological abuse that she went through before I became her guardian, is far more significant, far more damaging than her receiving a vaccine or not receiving a vaccine. She's had to be in therapy for 9 years straight. And so if we really want to protect kids who have been medically neglected, we need to look at the entire comprehensive scope of what's going on with these kids who are medically neglected. She's lucky. I petitioned, I sacrificed my entire young life when I was 26 years old to take care of this kid.
Sorry.
Most people don't have that. Most kids don't have that. They wind up in foster care from bounce to bounce to bounce to bounce. So, you know, it provides kind of it's a false sense of security, and we're only dealing with one little piece of that issue.
Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you all sort of.
Your time.
Just one other thing, because you don't have kids yet. Medical records are already sealed from parents at the age of 12. I was shocked.
Without child
Yeah,
consent.
so, and that's 6th grade.
My son's 12. It's
You
not
remember
okay.
6th grade? You look like a very young person.
31.
Yeah.
What kind of water are you drinking?
So 6th grade was still too young to have your medical records sealed from your parents. And if the record is sealed and you go ahead and take a medical intervention and you have an adverse response, because the record is sealed, your parents don't know how to help you. So
Yeah, so keep the parents involved. We should be building programs, policies, everything that supports a parent-child relationship and not put a barrier between them. We want trust, communication, conversation. We don't, anything that doesn't do that that's really what this comes down to, is not the right decision. There's other ways to get at.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye.
I did, yeah, I chased her out to the elevator.
Good job.
I thought that it was her, but she had a mask on.
I know, she didn't, and then she put it on as she was talking to me. We haven't gone in here. Let's just do all together.
I gotta go, so good luck.
Oh,
Great job. We had some
Did
great
you, what,
conversations.
tell us what
happened.
I'm Dana. Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah. Finally in real life.
And we had this great information discussing all of those concerns. We are update. There's no update from Daly or from who was the least update. No. I stopped by and supported Chen. Thank you. And but no. We did Taylor and we did someone before. Mike Mace. And no update from Mace. Great conversation.
Cody Petri-Norris, official no.
You know, like it's a steep learning curve, but then it just,
Okay, let's, when Dana's ready, oh, it's gonna be dead.
They usually do, but we have a large group.
So are they down in LA?
Yeah, she's in City of Industry.
I wonder if she's related to the.
She is.
Hi there. Hi, my name is Melissa Grace. I run an organization called San Diego Rise Up. I speak on behalf of 15,000 members. I wondered if you had just a quick opportunity to talk to you or staff about SB-866.
Well, I'm scheduling for the office.
Okay.
They just started a staff briefing.
Okay.
So
Maybe 15, 20 minutes? How long do you think those last?
more like about 30 minutes.
Okay, so maybe we'll come back. Is Miss Calderon, is she Tonga and Chuma? Do you know? Is she native?
I'm not sure. I haven't worked in the office very long.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Temporary staff.
Yeah, I've got some friends who are down in and they have the same last name, and I know that there is a lot of people down there, so I just was curious. What's your name?
My name is
Christine.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
We so appreciate him for coming out. We didn't know on that.
Are you guys gonna hang out?
I'm glad to. Thank you. We're just gonna come in and just quickly tell Ramos's office how much they're appreciated for his no on the assembly floor on Thursday, because I know many people haven't been in here before. This is a really big deal if you going down along these
Alright, so as I said before, guys, I can't go inside the doors and film, so I'm going to be hanging out here while they're inside there, and then once they come out, we'll get going. To the show. So appreciate you guys. God bless. Carol, thank you very much for the PayPal. I appreciate that. Thank you. So let's get back to the show.
You feel censored?
Huh?
Did you feel censored?
Lightweight.
This is very,
No,
touchy, you know?
No, I understand. I just try to like, I try to just kind of be distant as much as possible, but still be able to hear what you guys are saying. Because the chat likes this stuff. Like, they really do like when people stand up for something that's right.
They should probably show up then.
No, a lot of people that follow me are from everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got folks from Germany. Yeah. So,
down here. Yeah, we haven't done that side. We're gonna hit like 2 offices on this side.
I'm gonna make a...
Tom Daly's.
right on, Granny Pennies. That's what's up. No, sorry. I was going to say, now I'm doing the convoy stuff. I have folks from different states watching me. So folks who watch my channel are like all over.
Yeah.
So here in America, East Coast, Germany, things like that. So there's like one from SoCal, but you know. But this helps out because they see a site here.
On the floor today. Yeah.
Yeah. So do they just call it and then they pass it? Is that like, I mean, you like call it up and they say we're skipping it?
No, they just, yeah, they'll be like, we're not good here. I'll go to this one first.
See, you guys got comments like this.
Aw,
My chat loves you guys.
okay, guys, you guys flow in because they've seen us, Dina, and yeah, they did it. They just did it. Oh, you did it, but you didn't do it, and you didn't do it. You too.
We didn't do it.
Like, they don't see all of our faces again. They're always like, I know. I'm like, understand to me now.
Come back and find me to put like a mustache on yourself.
Please don't wax my mouth. No. Hello.
So tired.
As of today, my social media got buried. Again? My social media.
Oh. Wait, the one that you were just on this morning?
Yeah, I have like no movement.
Wow. What do you do that gets you banned?
This?
Cause like.
I started to get a little action because I'm more effective.
Gotcha.
Can you imagine if we had 200 people here?
Well,
right now?
plus you got like 15,000 followers too. So I think the more followers, well, I don't know. Cause I'm still shadow banned.
Like the live got 19 views since it's been posted. Like
Wow.
I have 15,400 people on there.
Well, okay. To be fair, one thing I will say, like on YouTube, I have 10.6. It was more of it. I think YouTube removed people because they were telling me that they're unsubscribed. So even though I got people following me, I only get a certain amount. But the longer I go live, the more views I get.
Yeah.
So you should like go on or YouTube. So
Meeting.
Yeah, they're using
Yeah. So I just told May's office that Grayson's added to the list of the now. This floor. Yeah. We gotta go up to 5 now.
what's up, Ashley?
Back for 20 years. I don't live here anymore, but we lived
whoever was looking at my stories last night. I was like, oh, Dr. Pepper.
Oh, here.
well, Mendocino.
Salad. I just wanted to get a double check salad. That is so.
I lived in Midtown, the east side.
Turn here. Okay. Yes, new faces.
The reason why I mentioned YouTube because like right now I got 62 watching, so that's the viewership. But then like once I go on this, I'll see it rack up over time.
They won't put me on YouTube.
You gotta like be incognito. You gotta have like a name that's gonna be like not so.
Profile silhouette.
Yeah, I mean, if you face the camera like this.
Rudy Salas. She's like, where am I? Thank God I'm not the only one. See, it happens to the best. That is so funny. She looked all confused. She's like, who is this? It's Rudy Salas.
So they're all inside there talking to the assembly members and just letting them know. I think Rudy Salas voted no, so they're just even voting no. So some politicians that voted no on SB-866, they're going around and thanking them for voting against it, for being for parental rights, and then the ones who voted yes on the bill, they're talking to them and saying that, hey, you know, we want parental rights back. So that's kind of like how the lobbying works. Those who are against the bill that we fight against, that they say no, we thank them, and then those who support the bill that we go against, we fight back against that and say, hey, we want these rights back. Thank you, Granny Pennies. I appreciate you.
I have to get your handle on something because I need to like find what you're doing. I never.
Wait, what?
You said you're on YouTube right now?
YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Yeah. Basically allows you to stream on multiple apps. So I was on Twitter, but I think Twitter stopped doing it because they use Periscope. So they stopped using it. So now
we're gonna stand out on the floor in case someone comes down to floor. I want to tell them.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, wait, show us. I can see it.
And it's Today with Julius. Yeah. Yep. And then just hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell. Oh, no.
Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome.
Melissa's coming.
We going up?
We're going up.
That's my new. You too.
Hello. Good morning.
Thank you, Denise. Sorry.
How you doing, buddy?
Woman probably from Cindy from
Is that your hiding spot?
Alan Burke's.
That's what they said his office was. He might not have a sign yet. I'm gonna wait for these guys. Yeah, he took Gonzalez's seat. And hi.
You're welcome, Native. Appreciate you.
And
Yeah. Not yet.
Are you coming tomorrow? I guess there's gonna be some other people lobbying for 2398.
What time tomorrow?
I have no idea. I just saw this.
Okay. I'll see what's up. I'm gonna be. So I have a new song that I have a new song that day, and it's like totally different. So I'm gonna put it out tomorrow. So I'll probably be doing that and marketing it all day long. So I'll try it, but I'm gonna be marketing that song. So it's like I show my girlfriend, I show my friend. They both like it. You guys like it?
Hello everybody. Looks like the lobbying is finished. I'll be back with more information. I have an amazing interview that I'm going to show this afternoon. For those who don't know, who are new to my Facebook pages, what I do is I restream whatever important live stream I find. And I have an interview that you are not going to find anywhere because it was a private Zoom meeting that I was invited. And this lawyer, a woman, women have shown in this crisis, they have a strength out of this world. There are many women involved. Did you see that all the people lobbying, there were women, not even one man? This is a shame for men. Yesterday was Father's Day. I know men, or you, because my situation is different, you are working to support the family, but you need to be there with your women supporting this. Danny, if you are watching there, I love your comments. Danny is a young dad, 10 years old. I love his passion to defend his kids. We need more men like that. So in this interview, this woman, a lawyer, is suing the governor of New York City because of the insanity of this regulation that is equivalent to a law that they are already established. This law says that any person that they believe, whether it's right or wrong, they have a communicable or contagious disease, can be locked down in their homes, in a facility, in a quarantine camp, in the FEMA camps, in a concentration camp, wherever they want, and people are unaware. So look through my page, the links of some of the videos. I did an interview of this lawyer, Bobby Ann Cox, which is so strong and so intelligent. I will try to show it today after 1 p.m. Pacific time. I live in California, but I have to edit it because I cannot show all the people there. So I invite you to watch that interview. I'm going to show you like a live video for several reasons. I'm going to be there watching, and if I need to do a comment. Okay, I love you all, and we need to fight for this. Because most of you knows what the thing is that they are imposing us, trying to impose in our arms have. But believe me, you don't know everything. And I'm going to show you a preview. Stay put, because this will shock you. This will blow your mind. This is okay. Hold on a sec. This is the kit that the government of the US, I'm going to cover so they don't bust the video. This is the kit. I will show a little bit. No, I cannot show you. So this is the kit that they put the swab inside. And there are 2 swabs. And look at this. I didn't realize this. The 2 swabs are here. Can you see that the one is a little yellow, the other white? But look at what happens when I shine an UV light. Can you see that one is glowing? Let me see. Look. Can you see the swab on my right? This swab is glowing. This is freaking terrible. Can you see? Okay. Can you see that glows? Ah, too bad there is too much light. When I put the UV light, can you see that? Okay, let me do it again. Look, the two swabs are exposed to the same light. Okay, why a swab that they sticking up to people's brain is glowing? What on earth does it have? I'm going to do an investigation. And I got a box because this is free. I never had this and I'm not going to have it. I have a box. It's sealed, still sealed, where I asked for this. So the answer is this. If you don't get the thingy, they force you to do this. So they are putting some stuff that is not nice there. Alright, I'll be back. I hope they don't bust my video because of what I just told you. And please share.